I began working with Dallas County in 2012. In 2013, I was hired as the interim, from what I understand, interim director. I was hired permanently in that position in or around June of 2013. Following that, we took a business trip, Mr. Thompson and I, and some other employees, to Washington. Upon arriving in Washington, we all went out to dinner together. Mr. Thompson and I went out to dinner together. Subsequent nights, I never thought anything about it. I'm just going to dinner with my boss, and the first night we just simply talked about family and work, and very innocently the next night we went out to dinner. Still didn't think anything would happen, and that's when the aggression began. I told him to stop, pushed him away, and he left. He left me alone. There was no more contact during that particular trip.
Can I ask you what advances he made or what contact he made?
He came upon me, he grabbed me, not forcefully and not throwing me down, but just kind of gradually pushing me down, and attempting to kiss me, and I kind of pushed him away.
Was
at
this
that
in
point.
His room or your
My room. It was in my room. And after that, there was no more contact during that particular trip. He left a little bit early from the trip. Upon returning back to Dallas, a little time passed, maybe a week or so. He began to call me to his office. I would work late constantly, always working late, and he knew that I would work late. Totally dedicated to my job, constantly making sure everything was the way it should operate. He knew this. He would call me to his office, and that's where the advances would take place. I would become emotional. He's mentioned to me on occasions, do you like your job? Where are you going to make as much money as you make here? Those were all intimidating factors to me. I need my job. I'm a single parent, and I just took it. This lasted till about 2015. After that time, he became involved with other county business, some related to our department, some not, and that I would imagine distracted him. At that point, I was very adamant, leave me alone, stop. And from that point, the harassment took a different level. It was more aggressiveness on the phone, calling me during conversations. What are you doing? When I tell you to do something, you do it. Or there would be an email that would make me a little uncomfortable, or insinuations that would make me a little uncomfortable. And once that particular source of harassment ended, then there was the write-ups. Then the write-ups, they lasted for quite a while, and in December December 5th, I filed a grievance with
And-
Human Resources.